Now we are going to start with the chemical property where we are going to react 13 group elements with the dioxygen, that means the O2 present in air. So as you all know, just to recall the 13 group again, so we have boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. These are the elements of the boron family, right? So what we are going to see is, we are going to observe their chemical reaction with dioxygen in air, that means O2 present in air. So we have seen that all elements of this 13 group, they react with O2 and they form their oxides, and the basic formula for their oxide is M2O3. The basic formula is M2O3. Now let us focus that which elements under which condition doesn't react with O2 and which elements react with O2 in which form. So we have seen that all of them react with oxygen, but the condition required is that they react when there is in high temperature. So that means when metal is exposed to O2, or means it reacts with O2, definitely it is going to react at high temperature and it will form its oxide which is the general formula is M2O3. So that means all of them form their oxides, that is B2O3, Al2O3, Ga2O3, indium oxide, thallium oxide, and in addition to thallium we know that +1 oxidation state is also stable. So in addition to this kind of oxide, it also show an oxide of Tl2O, because we know thallium is +1, O2 is 2 negative. So here it is in +1, it is showing an ionic kind of bond, so it becomes Tl2O. So these kind of oxides is actually shown by this boron family. Now we have seen that when the boron is present in a crystalline form, it is actually unreactive towards O2. It doesn't react. But if it is in amorphous form, that means in a powder form, actually it reacts with O2 and give rise to B2O3. So that means when boron is present in an amorphous form, I'll write here amorphous, it combines with O2 giving rise to B2O3, and there has to be a high temperature. Now coming on to aluminium. Aluminium doesn't react when there is a dry air, but it reacts in the presence of moist air. But still what we see that when the aluminium react in the presence of moist air, the reaction occur, but after some time it becomes passive. The reaction actually becomes passive. What happened? Suppose this is an aluminium, right? So when it comes in contact, let's say this is a moist air. This is a moist air. So when it comes in contact with moist air, it forms Al2O3. It forms a layer here, right, which is Al2O3. But this layer is actually impermeable to gases. So what happened? This further aluminium, which is you can say at the bottom, become passive. That means it doesn't react because this layer is impermeable. It doesn't allow O2 to enter. So that means reaction doesn't occur and it stops at this moment. So you're going to answer in with this way that aluminium doesn't react in dry air, but whenever there is a moist air, the reaction occurs. But after some time, the reaction actually stops because due to formation of impermeable layer on the superficial side, that means on the top, and that layer is Al2O3. And after some time, what you see, due to formation of this layer, the surface become dull. The surface actually get tarnished, or you can say it becomes dull, and after that the further reaction is stopped. This aluminium which is underlying doesn't react. The reason being this layer doesn't allow O2 to pass through it. But whenever boron and whenever boron and aluminium, they are present in amorphous form, the reaction actually occur and it forms like boron. It also form Al2O3, but this has to be an amorphous form, that means in a powder form. Now both of them easily react with N2. That means when they react with N2, both of them can react. They react and they form their respective nitrite, and even this will form its nitrite. You know that boron nitrite is actually called as inorganic graphite. it is actually called as inorganic graphite. The reason being its structure is almost similar. That means the rings which are present in graphite, the hexagonal rings, the structure of boron nitride is actually similar to the rings present in the graphite. So therefore, it is called as inorganic graphite. The reason being similarity in the structure of Bn, that is boron nitride, with the graphite, right. Now, if we talk about its nature, that what kind of nature their oxides and hydroxide possess. So we have seen that boron oxide is weakly acidic. It is weakly acidic. Aluminium and gallium oxide, they are amphoteric. That means they have acidic as well as basic character. And we have seen that indium is weakly basic and thallium oxide is quite basic in nature. So you have seen that like as we are moving, like it is weakly acidic, right. So what is going to happen, that when you are going to react it, let's say you are going to react with NaOH, so it is going to form sodium metaborate. This is sodium metaborate, right, plus H2. And as I told you that they are amphoteric, so that means they are going to react with acid as well as base. Al2O3 can react with HCl also, it can react with NaOH also. And you know that it is going to form AlCl3 plus H2O, and here it is going to form sodium aluminate plus H2O. So that means it is amphoteric. The same kind of reaction is shown by gallium and indium and thallium. Indium is weakly basic and thallium is quite basic in nature. So we conclude that as we move down, that means basic character increases down the group. As we move down, basic character increases down the group, because as we are moving down, then what we see that the size or you can say the bond between MOH actually weakens. So due to which the release of this OH ion is favored, and we know that release of OH ion indicates the basic character. So because as we are moving down, the bond weakens, the release of OH ion becomes quite easy. So we can say that the basic character increases down the group. So that means thallium oxide is quite basic and boron oxide is weakly acidic, and these are amphoteric, and it indicates the weakly basic character because it is just above the thallium. So that means after gallium, the basic character is increasing, and it is seen more increase in the case of thallium oxide. So this is what is the reaction with air.